The crowd started to flock to the National Mall at 7 a.m. Some 50,000 volunteers greeted the estimated 800,000 people gathering to celebrate the second inauguration of the 44th President of the United States.
The festive atmosphere here at the National Mall shows the feeling of the unity Americans are experiencing today.
Whether Republican or Democrat, it is a day to celebrate the nation's political heritage.
Not necessarily to celebrate any sort of political stance, but just to enjoy the fact that we have a system like this where power is peacefully transferred.
There were patriotic songs which helped rouse the crowds on a chilly day. Among the singers, Kelly Clarkson and Beyoncé, who sung the national anthem. But the highlight of the ceremony was the president's inaugural address.
Progress does not compel us to settle centuries-long debates about the role of government for all time, but it does require us to act in our time.
The president's speech had a decidedly liberal tone and focused on what seemed to be a progressive agenda for the second term.
But we reject the belief that America must choose between caring for the generation that built this country and investing in the generation that will build its future.
The president emphasized his will to bring home the troops from Iraq and Afghanistan. He addressed equal pay for women, gay rights, and climate change.
We will respond to the threat of climate change, knowing that the failure to do so would betray our children and future generations.
Jamie Weinstein is a senior editor at the Daily Caller, a conservative news website.
This was kind of a full-out, fully aggressive speech on a progressive agenda. And I think in one way that's good, you know where he's coming from, but in another way, you know, a lot of Americans tune into this particularly American moment. He's our president, and it was kind of an aggressively one-sided speech.
Republican Senator Tom Coburn and others criticized the president for not taking a more determined stand about the debt deficit during the speech.
I think Tom Coburn is right on the money here. I was disappointed not to hear something about the debt. I wouldn't say surprised, though.
But many people in this mostly friendly crowd were very happy with what the president had to say.
I liked how it was driven towards the future.
He said everything that I expected him to say.
Before leaving the Capitol steps to proceed to the traditional parade on Pennsylvania Avenue, President Obama turned around and looked at the crowd on the mall one last time. Lip readers state he said, "I will not see this again." It was an emotional highlight of a memorable day. Liv Berre, NYFA News, Washington, D.C.